is we're going to replace this center link on the Mercedes. So we're going to have to undo this tie rod end right here, this stabilizer shock, and this tie rod end right there. And I had actually replaced this tie rod end assembly. I got that whole, the outer one, or was it the inner one? I can't remember. It's either the inner or the outer was bad, and I got the whole assembly for about what I could get one end. So I just went ahead and replaced it, and so that left us with one good tie rod on the other assembly. I don't remember if it was inner or outer, but if we ever need to replace one on the other side, we've actually got a spare now, a good used one. So I had filmed that, and then the most of my videos I use an old iPhone to record, and it I forgot it was in my overalls pocket, and it went through the washer and dryer. It was in a life-proof case. When it came out of the dryer, the charging port cover was open. I don't normally, I close it, so I don't know if in the washer it came open or if I didn't close it, but so far I have been able to revive that phone, and so those videos are lost. I've let the phone dry out and took it apart, and it's pretty badly water damaged, so I don't really hold much hope of it coming back to life. So that video, as well as a few others, are lost. So but basically what I did is I undid the two ends. Then I just measured the old rod and adjusted the new rod to the same distance and put the new rod in. So we're probably going to kind of try to align the front end a little bit after we replace this. I'll show you how I'm going to do that quick and easy, and we'll see how that goes. A little different view here from the front. You can see things a little better. You can see this tie rod seems good, but see that center link? That looseness there, as well as right there. So got the bolts loose, or the nuts loose on the tie rod ends right here. We're gonna hit it right here with the hammer, try to break this conical seat. Gonna break it here, or hit it here. This one's loose as well, and we got the bolt out for the little steering stabilizer. So let me see if I can get these knocked loose. My tripod's kind of broke. We'll see if it'll work well enough for this. Got me flop over. Kind of got it rigged up. The other side did not break loose. I'll probably have to get the little forks out. That one popped loose. Alright, let me readjust the camera. We'll give this one a few more hits. Alright. So I can get this one to break loose. Problem with using those forks on a badly worn tie rod, sometimes driving the forks in there, it'll pop the ball out of the tie rod in. Then you got an even bigger mess. But don't hit the camera. Oh, bumped the camera. I'm gonna have to readjust y'all. There we go. A little more out of the way. Alright, readjusted the camera. I don't know, I guess when I readjusted I stopped recording. Don't know. I don't know how long I haven't been recording. So, let's see if we can get this side broken loose. Hopefully y'all saw the other side. There. That's a pretty big sledgehammer, or little mini sledge. I don't know how many pounds it is. 2 pound. And I was swinging it pretty hard. It took a lot to break that loose. There we go. It's out. So just to show y'all. Well, I don't feel the flop as bad on that. I actually don't feel it too bad, but you can see it. Alright, let me go get my new one. Alright, so here's the new one. Got the nuts off. And we're going to go ahead and drop this in like the other one came off. It's Euro brand from Amazon, and it's pretty cheap. I'll put a link in the description. So, I need to put this stabilizer in, and we'll start one of our nuts. These are lock nuts. So they use lock nuts on these instead of cotter keys or cotter pins. And we'll drop the other side in. The joint's angled a little bit the wrong way, so just use a wrench on it, re-angle it a little bit, drops right in. Now, theoretically, you shouldn't have this link is non-adjustable, so you really shouldn't have to readjust the front end after putting this in, but you know, I guess if you had it, if the front end was aligned when this thing was bad, then it might be off after that. At some point this thing's probably going to start spinning. So far it's tightening up. And it might be spinning now. Yep. Now, I was not hammering on the cap. It's got this thin metal cap. I was hammering here over to the side on the stronger part, I guess. And what I was trying to do is just hammer it in there to get that conical seat started so that it would hold, so I can tighten the nut here. And it worked. and we'll just put a little cheater on it just to give us a little bit more. One more. Tight. All right, I'm gonna tighten up the other side. Well, I guess while I still have y'all in this view, I can go ahead and put that nut, put my nut and bolt in for the steering stabilizer. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but yeah. Put this wrench over here to hold it. Yeah, looks like y'all can see. And let's readjust. Let's see. There we go. It's kind of a neat ratchet. It gets a little annoying. Sometimes it swivels when you don't want it to. It'd be nice if they had like a lock. See how it did? If you could lock each section, would be nice. I guess I might as well show y'all the other side while I'm at it. Like I said, I'm not, just don't hammer on this metal cap. And I just slightly tapped it in. I didn't go crazy on it. What happens is it, you know, the whole tie rod spins inside the little ball shaft that has the bolt on it, turns inside of this end, and so it won't, you can't tighten it up. Now on these they do include a looks like an Allen head down in the center where you can hold it, but you know, if this didn't work. So what I'm doing is I'm tapping gently the tie rod into that conical seat. Here's the old joint. You can see how this is tapered. Where are y'all? See how this is tapered? The this right here, this pitman arm has a tapered hole as well. So as you draw the tie rod up in there, those two tapers create a not a seal, but yeah, they lock in place. You know, it makes a real strong bond where it won't twist. And so by hammering that in there, you know, helping bring that up and keeping this from turning. I'm not the best at explaining that, but hopefully you get the idea. And I don't know if y'all know this trick on cheating on wrenches, but let's take another wrench about the same size, lock it into your open end, and then you've got a cheater to get more leverage. Do one more. All right, we are done. So now I shake the wheel. I got nothing. Before it would clunk back and forth. So I'm going to show y'all now in the next video a trick for sort of aligning the front end. We're only adjusting the toe end, and it's not super accurate, but it's good enough to get you in a ballpark range. And the only reason I'm doing that is because it's probably off just from probably never being done in a long time, and two, because I replaced that tie rod link on that side. So thanks for watching.